Okay, boys, time to get rich. There's an ocean full of treasures out there. Don't come back empty-handed. Sharks are just fish. They give you trouble, you show them who's the boss.
Ooh, okay, well, I can see why people may not have wanted to play this game. It's actually quite scary. This is TLC from New Mavs Media, and I'm going to be reviewing Depth the Game. So first off, we're going to take a look at, what is this game about? Well, it's a game about sharks versus divers. There are 3 game modes in the game currently. There may be more. I haven't heard anything yet, but of the game modes there is Treasure Hunt, which is 4 divers versus 2 sharks. Divers have to protect a little robot while it collects treasure. Sharks have to eliminate divers or the robot. In Hide and Seek, there is 1 shark hunting 6 divers. The divers need to just not die. And those who do turn into sharks to help hunt the other divers. And then the last mode is the Megalodon mode, Megalodon Hunt, which is a point-based game. 6 divers versus the Megalodon. Whoever gets to the required points wins. Now, that's the basics of the game. That's the real basics. You'd have to play it to understand it really. Now, we're going to ask the question of why was this game not as big as it could have been? Or should have been, maybe. Well, was it because of bad advertising? Possible. Or maybe it was just because it had limited advertising available. Or maybe it was because there were games that were bigger that came out at the same time. Maybe it was also the limited exposure via the social media networks. Those are all possibilities of why this game maybe was not as big named as it could have been, or should have been, depending on who you talk to. Now, if you were to go to Google right now and type in games released in 2014, which is when Depth was released, you will find games such as Dragon Age Inquisition, Alien Isolation, Destiny, Middle-earth, Shadows of Mordor, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Dark Souls 2, The Evil Within, Far Cry 4. These are all games that have large fan bases already built in. Depth didn't get that start. You look farther down the list, you see South Park Stick of Truth, FIFA 15, Metal Gear Solid 5. And for the other type of gamers out there, there was the Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. These are all big name games. Now, on that same page, if you look a little down, you see a link going to Wikipedia. I know Wikipedia is kind of untrustworthy depending on who you talk to, but take it with a grain of salt. You see what you get there. If you scroll down basically to the end of the page, it breaks it down into quarters. It breaks down games released in what quarter. Well, Depth was released in the 4th quarter on November 3rd. If you look at that date, you see that it was the only game that came out on November 3rd. But if you look at the day after, November 4th, what came out? BioShock Infinite, the Complete Edition, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. 2 very large names came out right after. Depth never really had a chance because the bigger names games kind of overshadowed Depth. And the thing is Depth is only available on Steam. Now, here's the reasons why, in my opinion, the game is a lot better than people think it is. 1, the community. There is a large community built in this game. They're great people. They're a lot of fun. They are always friendly. Now, there are some bad eggs. There are some toxic players. No game is not without them. Yeah, every game has them. League of Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Destiny, they all have toxic players. But Depth does not have nearly as many per player base as those bigger names. Maybe because it's a smaller name game. Maybe that's why. But the other thing is like the game is very quick paced. In Treasure Hunt especially, no match is more than 10 minutes. Now that's pretty fast for a lot of games. A lot of games are about 15, maybe 20 minutes a match. But, you know, some of the other modes might take a little longer. It's also, like I said, very quick pace, but it's also easy to learn. It's easy to learn as a diver how to learn the controls, how to shoot a shark, how to lead a shark, or as a shark, how to lunge to grab divers. But it's hard to master those, to do that every single time. I've been playing the game for 6 months now. I have over 300 hours in the game. I still make mistakes. I still miss a lot. But the other thing that makes this game a little more unique than other matches, or other games at least, no match is the same. In Call of Duty especially, all the maps are the same. Same in depth, all the maps are the same. But in Call of Duty, the matches are all pretty much the same. Everybody runs to one little area, dies a lot, gets killed a lot, a bunch of campers, a bunch of spawn campers, you know, stuff like that. But in depth, because there are so many variables involved, what did the divers take as equipment at the beginning? What type of sharks are you facing? No two matches are the same. Even if you went to the same map with the same loadout, the game will change because maybe the sharks went left instead of right, or maybe the divers went up instead of down. But at the same time, it's like I said, in my opinion, this game is a lot better than people gave it credit for. I've made a lot of friends because I played this game. These are people I play with. These are people I go to the game. Like when I go into the game, I know I'm going to probably see these guys in game. And either I'm going to know that I'm going to get wrecked because they're really good, or I know it's going to be a very close call because they're around my level of skill. But at the same time, it's always a challenge. You never know what you're going to get. You can't take any shark for granted. You can't take any diver for granted. You never know what type of people you're going to run into. The community also makes it a lot of fun. Last but not least, what I'm going to say, in my personal opinion, is I want people to give this game a chance. On Steam right now, it's not on sale. It's $20 for the game. It's pretty expensive, but it does go on sale quite often, meaning you might be able to pick it up for $5 to $10 because it goes on sale often and it goes pretty cheap. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, you can refund it. And if you do like it, well, welcome to the community. It's a fun game. This is TLC from New Mass Media, and I'll be signing off. Goodbye.